The creators of the popular Netflix series The OA are back, and this time they are on FX on Hulu with a miniseries called A Murder at the End of the World. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the brand new series, A Murder at the End of the World. This is streaming now on FX on Hulu. The first 2 episodes are available now, and we will be doing weekly episodes until the season is wrapped up, and potentially the series. Right now it's listed as a mini-series, but this is the type of show that I have the feeling if, the response is good, maybe they will turn this into a regular ongoing series, maybe a different murder every season or something like that. But this stars Britt Marling, who is the co-creator as well of the OA, and she starred in that as well. And her writing partner also co-created this show, Zal Batmanlinge or something. And he doesn't act, but he co-creates and is producer on here, as is she. So before we get to the specifics here of this show, let me welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We do movie and TV reviews here on the channel, and just about every day I try to post something brand new for you. And there's handy-dandy playlists on the homepage as well, because I know there's a lot of content that I put up. So if you're only interested in the movies, there's a playlist for that. There's a playlist for the TV shows, and some of the other more niche stuff I do here on the channel as well. Frasier videos and Masked Singer wrap-ups. But yes, you can check all of that out on the homepage. Please consider subscribing as well. Would love to have you aboard in that capacity. So, all right, I did not watch the OA on Netflix. I know it is a very popular show, and really, I feel like it's one of their first, big shows. I think it premiered in 2016, so this is back in the, Orange is the New Black, House of Cards kind of days. So, and I think it ran a few years, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I kind of missed the boat on it. I've never seen it. I have seen her, Britt Marling, in a few other things, but that is, I would say, what she's most known for. But she is just a co-star here. The main star is Emma Corrin, who was playing on The Crown, another obviously popular Netflix series. She played the younger version, I believe, of Princess Diana. But she plays Darby Hart in this, who is an amateur detective who we start out with a book reading at this bookstore where she's sort of revealing the end of her book. And, as a result, as us, the audience, we sort of get a little bit of a background on her character. But she, as well as a bunch of other influential tech-type people, get invited to this secluded retreat. And here's where I'm just going to get slightly spoilery for the end of the first episode, because this is another one of these shows where the sort of quote-unquote twist at the end of the first episode is the premise for the whole remainder of the show. We keep seeing these, types of setups where usually somebody dies at the end of the first episode. That's usually the setup. But there's a lot of shows lately where it's like, I can't even talk about the premise of the show without sort of spoiling the end of the first episode. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to say who, but somebody at this retreat dies. And so she takes it upon herself to try and figure out, what happened here. And if he was murdered and who did it and all of this. So it goes from there. But yeah, that's basically the premise of the show. But you don't get to that portion until the end of the first episode. But Clive Owen is here as well. He stars as basically the guy inviting everybody to this retreat. Andy Ronson is his name, and he's a big tech mogul. And there have been a lot of TV shows and movies lately with this similar type of premise of, okay, a bunch of people coming together to this, secluded area, and then something happens. Usually it is a murder, but not always. But we've seen this in the last, let's say, year or two. 9 Perfect Strangers, also on Hulu. The second Knives Out movie, Glass Onion. The Menu, popular movie. So this is not new ground, but it is always intriguing to see, okay, why did we bring these people here? What is the end result? And in this particular case, like Glass Onion, this becomes a murder mystery. So, this is gonna run. I don't know. I think maybe 8 episodes, or maybe even more than that. But for right now, like I said, the first two are up, and it's a little bit of a slow burn so far, which I think has its positives and its negatives. The negative is we could probably have done this in 5 or 6 episodes, or made it a movie or something like that, because there are some pacing issues. I feel like, or maybe things that will come back later on in the series. I mean, only the first 2 episodes are up, so I don't know where we're going to drop things. But I imagine a lot of the things that we're seeing on the screen in these first couple episodes may be, red herrings for, throwing us off. But the positive of sort of this slow, methodical pace is that we are really getting to know this character, Darby, as a fully realized character. And a lot of times in these types of shows and movies, we really don't get to know the sleuth very well. Like in the Agatha Christie series with Poirot, for example. We have these 3 movies lately with Kenneth Branagh. Of course, they've been, made in the past as well. But other than like he's a loner, we don't really know that much about Poirot, right? But here we're getting, a lot of background because we see some flashback stuff with the Darby character, and then also some present day stuff. But we're really getting to realize sort of who she is, what makes her tick, even in something like Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne from earlier this year, which I absolutely love. That is one of the best shows I think of the year. I gave that an A. It's on Peacock, but that was more of a murder of the week or mystery of the week kind of thing, a la Columbo. So yeah, we know a little bit about the character, but not really, because she's solving a different case every week. So it is a little bit more of a rushed pace than something like this. So there's both sort of positives and negatives, I think, to that pacing issue, because we really do get to know this character, and Emma Corrin plays her wonderfully. And I believe Emma Corrin is non-binary themselves, but the character of Darby is female. But yeah, so played wonderfully by Emma Corrin, and I'm not honestly that familiar with their work. I've seen, I'm sure, movies and TV shows that they've been in, but I did not watch The Crown, so I don't know. That's probably the most high profile thing that Emma has been in. But anyway, and then we have, like I said, Britt Marling plays more of a side character here, but she plays Lee, who is the wife of the Clive Owen character, and she brought certain people to the mix, and the Clive Owen character brought other people to the mix. So that, I think, is going to play out a little bit later on as well. So far, I think this is intriguing, if a bit slow paced, but well acted. And I hope the mystery elements pick up a little bit, because I'm not sure how invested I am in the mystery as much as the characters, which can also be a bit of a blessing and a curse as well. So as we go along, week by week, I think we'll see sort of where the chips fall there. But for now, I will leave A Murder at the End of the World with a B plus, and you can see that weekly with the first 2 episodes airing now on FX on Hulu. All right, thank you so much for watching Dan Reviews It, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye.